If Bones Could Talk, a Lords of the Stars novella by Mattias von Schantz. Chapter 14. 14,782,249 BC. Inner Icy Bodies Belt. Gliese, 556. To anyone finding this message, this is the final log of the Kai Exploration Directorate vessel Grace and Hope. She was covered in dust and blood, Lumale, a young woman of 402 years, with a thin grey face and eyes set deep in their sockets, giving her head the appearance of a living skull. Her tall body was composed entirely of skin, bones, and sinew, without a hint of muscle, her ribs protruding through the skin of her hollow chest. As captain of the ship, she had overseen countless expeditions throughout the galaxy. In cooperation with them, the Kai had mapped the worlds of the Great Spiral, charting the places where his will had allowed life to spring into existence, preparing and planning for the day when he would let intelligence rise on other worlds beyond Kai, other younger children also made in his image. But here, on this day, the great adventure called Prelude would end, and she and her crew would enter real life in the glorious world beyond. We reached the region of the Eastern Galactic Spur 2 days ago and started surveying the stars located here, she continued in a tired but firm voice. Unknown to us, an agent of the enemy snuck on board the ship and possessed one of our biots. It has killed the crew one by one. We who are left have barricaded ourselves on the bridge, hoping to delay the inevitable long enough to record this message for posterity. 2 of their lieutenants have been visiting us during this time, counseling us, but not being allowed to interfere. The job of slowing down the enemy agent has fallen on the crew, which has displayed great courage in resisting the onslaught. If you find this message, please relay it to the Exploration Directorate. It is imperative that more ships are sent to this region of space. This type of direct interference by the enemy is unheard of. They would not act this way unless they had a reason, and we can think of no other than to oppose his will. If the enemy is actively opposing him here, that means he must have a plan for one of the stars in the Eastern Galactic Spur, and whatever his plan is, it is the duty of the Kai to be present to support it. Behind her, there was a loud crashing sound as the makeshift barrier was thrown apart. Smoke filled the room as the biot entered. Now they had only seconds left. Suddenly, the room was filled with a warm light. They had come to visit one last time, to give the crew comfort before the very end. Lord of all, Savior of your children, she prayed, my soul rests in your grace. A fountain of blood erupted from her body as the blade in the biot's hands cut through her torso. She was finally at peace in the warm embrace of He who is.
Author's note. Thank you for reading If Bones Could Talk. What you've experienced is just one of many stories set in the expansive Lords of the Stars universe I've been developing over the past 30 years. If you enjoyed it, there are many more tales to explore, where familiar characters and locations might reappear, or you could discover new favorites. Exploring the wider Lords of the Stars universe also gives you the joy of connecting the dots and uncovering links between the stories.